In today's video, I'm going to teach you about quadrants and plotting ordered pairs. Now remember, a coordinate system is like a two-dimensional number line. So I have the coordinate system plotted, and now we know how to use positives and negatives. So this is like your x number line. Starting at 0, there's positive intervals, and then there's negative. Starting at 0, there's positive numbers to the right and negative numbers to the left. Here is your second number line, and these are the y values. So your positive numbers are up and your negative numbers are down. And where those two intersect, the x and y axis, is called the origin. So to the right, I have a simple t-table that's going to help us plot a few ordered pairs. So we're starting with -2 for our x value and 3 as our y value. So starting at the origin, we're going 2 over to the left because it's negative, so 1, 2, and then we're going to go 3 up in the positive y direction. 1, 2, 3. So right here is our first coordinate, -2, 3. I'm just going to put a little check since we've already done that one. Our next is 1, 2. So we're going to go 1 because it's positive, so we're going to the right, and then 2 up because it's positive. 1, 2. So our next coordinate lies right there. 1, 2. And I'm just rewriting these numbers as an ordered pair. So the green is done. Now we'll do -3, -3. So -3 as the x value, so you're going to go 3 to the left, because remember, your x always moves in the horizontal direction, and then we're going to move 3 down because it's negative, and y moves in the vertical direction. So -1, -2, -3. So here's the point, -3, -3. Now our next one is going to be 2, -1. So we're moving +2 in the x direction, and then it's negative in the y, so we're moving down 1. So 2, -1 is the ordered pair for that point. And last but not least, we have 0, 2. 0 means we're not moving anywhere in the x direction, so we're not moving horizontally at all. We're only moving vertically, and we're moving down 2. 1, 2. So this is the point 0, -2. Now I'm going to leave these points up here as I talk about quadrants. A quadrant is the area on the coordinate system. It marks a specific area, and there are 4 quadrants for this system. Quadrant number 1 is the upper right-hand coordinate, where x values are positive and y values are positive. Quadrant 2 is in the upper left-hand corner. This will have negative y values and positive x values. Quadrant 3 is in the lower left-hand corner. This is going to have negative x values and negative y values. And last but not least, quadrant 4. This is going to have positive x values and negative y values. Now, looking at these that we've already plotted, we will be able to determine which quadrant the point is in. So, any point in quadrant 1 will lie in this shaded area. Quadrant 2 will be in this shaded area. Quadrant 3 will be to this shaded area, and quadrant 4 will be in this shaded area. So knowing that, looking at the first point, which was the blue point, -2, 3, we have a negative x value and a positive y value, and we can see on our graph that that lies in quadrant 2. So we'll just write a 2 next to that. The green coordinate, we can look that it lies in quadrant 1. the red coordinate, both have negatives, so that's going to be quadrant 3. The purple has a positive x and a negative y, and we can see that that lies in quadrant 4. And last but not least, 0, -2. This is a special instance because this is not in any quadrant at all. This actually lies on this y-axis line, so that would be labeled y-axis. If we had one that fell on the x-axis, that would be labeled x-axis, and if we had a point that fell on the origin, that would be labeled as origin. So this is the quadrants. I'm just going to make a little note and I'll mark that with a Q so we know that that stands for the quadrants. Now if you can see, the quadrants count up in a counterclockwise direction. So starting at 1 is always going to be the upper right hand corner, then to 2, then to 3, and then to 4, and back to 1 again. And that's the rotation that you would use for the quadrants.